business, and I learned to fly when I was about 15 years old. Saw a movie on aerobatic flying, fell in love with it. Really started flying aerobatics when I was still a student pilot, and I made a career out of it. It's not something that a lot of people get to do. I've been one of the very, very lucky few that has been doing this now for like 29 years. This is my 29th Oshkosh that I've been at, so pretty cool.
You even look old enough to
Thank you very much. Maybe it's all the G's do that to you. It keeps you young, right?
Well, those push it back. What is your favorite part of aerobatics?
You know, I think for me, flying aerobatics every day is different, right? It's a challenge. So you have to give 110% focus every time you get in the plane. It's such a high intensity endeavor, and the consequences are very high if you make mistakes, right? So everything is so intense. Every single flight you take, you have to put all of your concentration, all of your effort, all of your physical being into every flight that you do. And then everyone is different because the weather's different, the environment's different. Here at Oshkosh, we have pressure because you're in front of all of your friends and a few 100,000 people that actually know what they're looking at, right? Yes. So every day is different, and that's what's fun for me. And the other part about it is the airshow business itself is a bunch of people that strive to be amazingly good. And I find in life in general, you don't find that a lot, right? So I call them 100%ers. So in the airshow business, everybody's 100%er.
Who are you most competitive with?
Oh gosh, good question. I don't know if I'm competitive with anybody, but like if you look at what I do, all of my friends, and we actually coach and critique each other, is myself, Kevin Coleman, Kirby Chambliss, Rob Holland, Bill Stein. We're kind of all that group of people that fly around the country together. We work with each other each winter, and then throughout the summer to make sure we're all flying at the very peak of our ability.
What I love about aviation is that it's like a family, and we're such a small community. Is that what it feels like when you're traveling around?
It is, and in the airshow business, we even call it the airshow family, right? That's the thing that we say. And another thing that we say is it's a place where your heroes can become your friends, right? And so I started, and Tom Pobresky and Gene Susi and Charlie Hillard, who basically really made Oshkosh from an airshow standpoint, all became my friends, and now it's for me to pass that along to the next generation of people. And so this is it's a business of like-minded people. We're all here doing something that we love. We realize there's not that many of us, so we all feel like it's just a pinch me moment, especially here when you're at Oshkosh for a week.
So that brings me to the next question. If a young girl is trying to break into aerobatic sports, what advice would you give them?
I think the one thing you have to have is passion, right? So trying to get to the top of this endeavor is almost like being a professional athlete. It's almost as hard because there's a bunch of roadblocks in the way, right? There's training, and there's money, and there's buying the plane, and you have to get lucky a little bit and be in the right place at the right time. Sponsors help a lot, but you have to spend a good 10 years before you get recognized enough where you can get sponsorship endorsements. So here we are at Oshkosh. That's a great sound. But what I would say to any young female that wants to do it is that it's a wide open field, and there's no discrimination. The airplane doesn't know whether you're 100 pounds or 200 pounds, right? Awesome. Yeah, so the airplane doesn't know any different. I grew up with Patty Wagstaff. We were sort of contemporaries competing, and as everybody knows, Patty won the Nationals 3 times. She was very successful in world competition and in airshow flying as well. And so it's an awesome sport. It's one where every day is a dream for me, and I think it'll be for them as well.
Give me the first, say, 5 steps of getting into, besides pilot training, what would be after that to get into this field?
So like I said, after you become a private pilot, go to a school, right? There are many schools around the country. The International Aerobatic Club, IAC.org, which is a member of, part of a division of EAA, has a list of all the aerobatic schools, so you can look for a good one in your area. You usually learn to fly in some kind of a training airplane like a decathlon, and then you start competing, and there's all levels of competition. Basics, primary, sportsman, intermediate, advanced, and unlimited. So you start to build your skills, you start to build a name, you get really good, and then you want to get to the point where you're in the advanced level of competition, and then you can, at that point, transition over to air shows, and then it starts all over again. Because air show flying and competition flying are kind of two different worlds, but the same people are in them.
Tell us more about your aircraft and why you chose that aircraft.
Yeah, so I fly an Extra 330 SC. It's a German-built airplane. Walter Extra really sort of refined and created the monoplane world away from the pit specials that we had in the 70s and 80s, right? And we all fly these monoplanes today because they're easy to judge. They're long and thin and beautiful in the sky, so they're easy to be able to judge whether you're on vertical or off vertical and rolls and things like that. They're incredibly maneuverable because they're made out of carbon fiber, right? So they're super, super strong. I flew an air show yesterday. The G meter was like 9.8 when I landed. So you can pull on it really hard. It's incredibly stiff and maneuverable. And then you can really fine tune these airplanes so they're not all exactly the same, right? It's just like an athlete with a baseball glove or a golfer with their golf clubs. Everything is suited to you, so the ailerons feel just like I want it to feel. My seating position is perfect, and you know, when you get into it, it's like you're putting on your old slippers, right?
Do you change out?
Yeah, so I've been through, somebody asked me yesterday how many airplanes I've had. I think we counted 8 of them. But I find the 330 SC suits me so well, and it's really, for me, the pinnacle. There's really only, you know, there's a Game Bird, there's an Extra, there's an MX, and those are one of the 3 that you would fly. And I've always been partial to Extras. I've had 3 of them. This is my 3rd one now, and I might get another one in the future, but at the moment, this one's suiting me just fine.
What is your favorite maneuver?
Oh boy, I love them all, but you know, it's sort of whenever the airplane is tumbling end over end and you stop it in a perfect way, and it just shows the audience, because it looks like, oh my gosh, that thing is out of control. It's like, oh no, it's actually not. And he holds it just for 2 seconds to say, see, I meant to do that, and then flip it and start going again. And that's kind of what I like to do, is show that I'm in total control of the airplane at all times, even when it looks out of control.
Well, I'll tell you, watching, that's one of our favorites.
Cool.
We love watching that.
Right. So I'm doing my job.
You are absolutely doing it wonderfully. Besides being a pilot, tell us something a little more unique about yourself.
Oh boy. I just got into dirt biking, which is really fun. My wife was not so happy about me getting on a dirt bike and going out there and riding around, but it's been awesome. I love it. It's a new sport for me, which has been really, really great. And I can do it in the off season. It's great for your core and balance and all of those things. I ride a bike a lot. I play golf a lot. I work out a lot, and I think that's about it. I'm an athlete in general. I love to do kind of action sports and things like that and stay busy.
I think that's one thing you'll find about pilots is that we're not just pilots. We go and we have all kinds of adventures.
Yeah.
And love challenges.
Yeah, it's what we do. It's in our DNA, right? We just love adventure. We love to do things. Love to get out there and enjoy our lives. And enjoy our lives, right?
So tell us, if you were on an aviation TV show, what would it be called, and what would you do in it?
Oh wow, good one. How about we call it High Flying Adventures, and it's all aspects of aviation, whether it's flying upside down, flying IFR, flying in the backcountry. I'd want to show everybody all of the different cool types of aviation that you can do, and let everybody sort of dream for themselves.
So when you're not doing aerobatics, what kind of flying do you like to do?
I'm a flight instructor still. I'm a pilot examiner, so I give out private pilot certificates. And I love to fly in the backcountry. I have a Husky that we fly. My wife and I have a Cirrus that we use to travel around in. So I'm just immersed in all of it. We fly a Vision jet as well, so all kinds of stuff.
So what kind of philanthropic activities do you participate in?
That's awesome. So a bunch of ways. So the easy way is money, and my wife and I always give back to basically our local Aero Club, to the EAA, and to AOPA. But also what I do is I'm on a whole bunch of boards and giving back. So I'm on the EAA board, I'm on the International Aerobatic Club board where we help new pilots. I'm also an aerobatic competency evaluator, so I give new aerobatic pilots their start. We do a whole bunch of mentoring to new people, and I think that's the critical part of it. Is like, it's hard to just grow up and learn in aviation if there's nobody helping you. So that's what we do, is we try to help a lot of people. At our flight school back home in Boston, we have a whole bunch of interns that come, and we immerse them in learning how to fly and clean airplanes and work on airplanes. So we give lots of opportunities to kids. So we hope to show them the right way from the very beginning.
I love that, because we need to always be paying it forward and give back to our future pilots. Last words?
No, just find your passion and live your dreams, and airplanes are the place to do it.